Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing great. So, today we are going to do the part 13 of Python programming, file handling, and in previous lectures we have learned what are data types, how the data types work, and methods, and others such as functions and other thing. So here we are going to see how the file handling work in Python. So let us continue our lecture. So first is let us understand what is file handling. In programming, data store is in variable existing only while the program is running. Once the program stop, the data is lost. The stored data permanent to store data permanently, Python provide file handling. The file handling allow a program to create, read, write, update, and delete file stores on computer. When you are building a student management system, a bank application, or data analytics projects, file handling helps you save information for future use. Python makes file handling simple and through built-in functions such as open, read, write, close. So here we will see one example. Um, example.py. So what we are going to do, first we are going to here we are going to create file equals to open yeah, example.py. So first we are going to create a file equals to open. Here we are going to write a name such as I am going to write sample fun.txt. After that, comma as write and file dot write whatever we need to write, such as welcome to the welcome to Python. You Python C course. So after that, we are going to close the file as file dot close. And if we are going to run it, as you can see it here, it has created a file as sample sample, and it has written here, as you can see, welcome to the Python course. So whatever is going to be, it is going to write in the sample. It is double P. And here, like this, it is going to write in the sample. And what will going to happen if we are going to run again? As you can see, it is not going to return anything. But if you are going to write here star 10, then as you can see here, it is going to write here multiple time, but it is going to only write here in one line. We will see about the how the actually we are going to write in multiple lines or another, like this. As you can see, whatever is going to be, it is going to be right in like this. So this is how you can create a file or another. You can create a file like this. So so this is how the file handling work. We will see in detail. So these are some examples. Uh, so example, and here, as you can see, hmm, why do we need file handling? Why do we need so this is how it works. So let us see why file handling. Imagine you are a developer and an application that stores students' record, customer information, or employees' detail. If you store the data only in variables, uh, everything will be lost when the program actually run. And so file handling solves that problem by allowing program to save data permanently in the stored device. Why do we need file handling? To store data permanently, to read previously saved information, and update existing records, standing share data between different program, and process large amount of information effectively. So this is why the file handling work. So here I have told you how you can write it, read and write it. We will look into it. So these are some applications. So let us understand what are files. Files is a collection of related data stored in storage device such as hard disk or SSD. Uh, Files allow programs to save information permanently so that it can be accessed later. Each file has a name and usually an extension that identify it, such as here you can see here first is note and its extension is txt. In photo it's jpg, and in pdf reports it is pdf, and CSV file is CSV or program.py. As you can see, we have saved every other another Python program using py. So this is how you can save the file. Characteristics of file: to store data permanently, unique file name should be unique and usually have file extension can be created. Read, update and delete can contain text, images, video or binary data. The program creates a text file. Example: here in this example like this, here what it is going to this program is creating a sample.txt here, and it is going to write this whatever we are going to return here, and it is going to write that information. When you save Microsoft Word document docx or PDF, it is stored as file on your computer so you can open it later. These are some common extensions you need to remember. For video, CBS, PDF like this, for program. So our next is type of files. Files are mainly classified into two types based on how data is stored. First is text file, second is binary file. So let us understand the file types. You simply help file types helps you choose the right format from for storing and processing data. And a text file store data in form of readable characters such as letter, number, symbol. You can open, read, and text file using text editor like Notepad, VS Code, or any another notepad you can use. Commonly, text file extension include like this. These are some text file. So here we are going to create another program such as like this, where file equals to open. For name we are going to take message.txt, message.txt, comma, right, for we will write w, write file dot write. Welcome to Python. file handling. Here I'm going to write slash and after that 20, and after that I'm going to close the file dot close. First I'm going to open it, then write it, then close it. Uh, you can see it is written 20 times here. So whatever you want to write, you can write it like this. So these are some applications. Second is binary files. Binary files store data in form of bits as 0, 1 instead of a readable text. This file cannot be read directly using text editor because these contain an encoded in binary form. Commonly, binary file extension include JPS, PNG for and MP3, MP4, PDF, exe. So this is some example. So this is something you need to remember. Our second is file mode. So when opening a file in Python, you must specify how you want to use the file. This is done using file mode, such as file mode tells Python whether you want to read, write, append, or create a file, such as so how you actually going to do. You need to do open file name, whatever you want to give its name, and you need to write its mode, such as R or RW for write, R for read. We will see what these are. So first let us create file modes.py. So first is read mode. So what the read mode is going to do, read mode is going to read the content of context of a extend line file, such as whatever the file is going to be of txt or any other, it is going to read that. So how you can actually going to do that file, you can do it like this. I'm going to take this example, and here, since I have already one file as sample1.txt or message, I will do the read here. I'm going to take this data is equals to file dot read. After that, print data. So when I am going to do that, what it is going to do, it is going to read whatever the data is inside the file. As you can see, it has read it. In sample.1, it was welcome to the Python course, so it has read the file. But you need to remember that while opening with read, it is only going to read that. It is not going to make any changes in the file, and you also need to remember to close the file. The closing the file is very important, because if you don't, then although this program is going to run, but next time it will be going to create an error or any another problem if you are not going to close it. So remember to close the file when you are going to read it. So a file is open in read mode, its context is display, and then file is closed. So this is how the read actually work. And second is, and you also need to remember what will actually going to happen if the file is not present like this. Here we are going to write sample dot instead of 1 or 2. Since sample.2txt is not a file in this folder, then as you can see, it is file not, it is given an error since file not found. And there is also thing you need to remember, uh, something like if you are going to write it like this, then it is only going to uh, take files from whatever the folder you are working on, such as here I am working with part 13 folder, so it is only going to take read from whatever the inside this folder is. And if you need to do that the outside the folder, you need to give its directory. You also need to give its directory so that it will going to run. So you need to remember that. And if it is not found, as you can see, it is going to give an error like this. So these are something, this is how you can use the read. So second one is write. Write mode is used to write data into file. It might create file if does not exist, or if the file is already exists, the content is erased. Such as here. Here you can see we will take sample.1 file. Mm, Here we will take this example. Here you can see so this is how you can actually write it if you want to. But if I'm going to write here, such as I only want to write here one line, then what is it is going to happen? As you can see, it has been replaced by another. So here it was 10 lines, but now it is only one line code, one line of text. So in what you want to write here, it is going to write the file in whatever the file you are going to give him, such as sample1.txt. So this is going to write in that, and whatever the file is going to be before that, it is going to be removed. So you need to remember that whatever the file is going to be before that, it is going to be removed. So this is how you can do it. And what will going to happen if the file is not found? Then such as like this, I'm going to take another example as sample dot to. Here I will write 10. So what will it is going to happen if the here, as you can see, it has read the sample. In here it has read the sample. As you can see, the sample dot two is also here. Here the sample dot two is also here, and sample dot one here, like this. So as you can see, if it is not found, then it is going to create a file as sample.2, sample2.txt. So you need to remember that if it is in read in read, if it is not found, it is going to give error, but in write mode, if it is not found, it is going to create a. So this is how it is. So if the sample text already contain data, it is replaced with new content, whatever you are going to write in it. So our third is append. So let us see what the append is. So the append mode is used to add new data to the end of existing file, creating the file if it does not exist and existing data is preserved. So here, what here, if you are going to take here like this, and here if you are going to write it in append such as a. So as you can see here, first it is only welcome to Python, but what will going to happen if we are going to write it here to more? Then as you can see, in sample.txt, as you can see here, it is not that the only the first one, unlike write, the previous data is also preserved in it, but also not only the previous data is preserved, but also added the new data. So it is going to add the new data like this. So you need to remember that how the file this is how the append work, and if it is not going to find the file, such as here we are going to create it like this, and if it is not going to find the file as sample.3, we will take, and after running it, as you can see, if it is going to create a file just like write file. And here you can see in sample.2, this file is python dot course is has been here like this. We have here written the right one here first for sample.2. Here it was like, if you are going to remove it, as you can see, if you are going to do it again, the sample.2 actually added two more here like that. And how many times are you going, whenever this file is going to run, such as here I have run two more times, then it is going to add it for four more times like this. So as you can actually see, this is how this works. So this is how. So our fourth one is create mode. So create mode is used to create new file, and so it is used to create a new file, and if the file is already exists, such as um, then it is going to raise an error. Here we will write here like this. X comma 4 file dot close. As you can see, if we can actually create a file like this. As you can see here in it, it is nothing in here, since all as you can see, there is nothing inside the sample.4, and this is how you can what it is going to do. It is only going to create a file. It is neither going to read a file, not going to make any changes in it, or another like that, anything like that. And what will going to happen if the file is already exist, such as here we have already created sample.4.txt, and what will is going to happen if we are going to run again. As you can see, it is going to give an file exist error. It is going to give the file exist error because the file is already existed in this path, such as here. As you can see, the file is already existed in this path, so it is going to give error like this. So actually going to you cannot do this. You only need to create a file one time. So our fifth one is read and write mode. So the read plus mode is actually read and write mode. So the read plus mode allow both the reading and writing. File must already exist, does not delete existing content, And what it is going to do, it is here. The fifth one is read and write mode. Uh, so we will create a read and write mode. We will uncomment this all so that they won't actually going to do, since we cannot actually run it like that because the data is actually being stored or changed in the files. So our first we are going to write file is going to open. We will do that for sample 1, 2. Let's do that for sample 2. Sample2 dot txt, and what we are going to write it with read plus. After that we are going to read the content, print. We are going to print file dot read. After that file dot write uh, write hello hello Python. Here we will write it here 3 times. We will also going to give here slash and so that it will write in multiple lines. After that we are going to close it. File dot close. So if we are going to run it, so it is going to print whatever the file is going to whatever first it will going to print whatever inside the file is here, and after that it is going to write the hello Python. As you can see here, it has not replaced the existing, it has added the file in the existing file like this. So you can actually add like that. It will not going to replace any file. And here if we are going to do the first write it then print it, then it is going to print like this. As you can see the hello, welcome to the Python course. Sample.2. So it is going to read like that. And you need to remember one more thing. It is only going to take whatever the last from like this, as you can see here. I will going to explain it later. So this is how you can do it. First read, then here, as you can see, it is going to print the whole read file, and then it is whatever inside it. As you can see, these all are hello Python 2 in sample was, and these all are actually been added here. These three actually been added inside the newer one. So this is how you can use the read and write mode. And sixth is the program first read the file and then actually write the additional data. You need to remember that first it is going to read and then it is going to write the file. So our next one is sixth, write and read mode. So write and read mode allow both writing and reading, and it is going to create the file if it does not exist and delete existing content before writing it. So you need to remember that in read write mode, it is going to create a file if it does not exist, or either it is going to delete whatever the content is going to be inside the file. So our next one is read and write mode. So in read and write mode allow both reading and writing. So first it will create the file if it does not exist, and if it is exist, it will delete the existing content before writing whatever you are going to write in it. So this is how the write and read mode work. So for that, we will see here from example. Here we will comment this one. We will take sample. We will take sample 3. Sample 3. After that, write and read mode W plus. After that, first we are going to write whatever inside it is, and then we are going to print. As you can see, it is going to we change whatever the content it was, and it has been added to the python 3 python value python. So this is how it will going to work. And what will happen if the file is not exist, such as here we will take file for sample 4.txt. As you can see, it is going to create a sample. So here, as you can see, it is going to create a sample like this. So you need to remember that if the sample is not exist, then it is going to create the sample. It is going to create the file, and the file is overridden when new data and seek move the file pointer to beginner before reading. If we are going to read it here, as you can see, we also need to move the pointer as file dot seek 0. So what actually happened here, I will actually explain. So what the seek actually do, it is going to move the pointer, such as what actually happened when it is going to write in this file. What it will going to do, it will going to start from here, and after finishing writing, it pointer is going to be finished. But when you actually going to print the read one, it will not going to read from upper, it will going to where the pointer is actually finished. So whenever you want to use that, you need to use seek. What the seek actually do, it is going to print from where you want to, whichever line you want to use the pointer, such as from I want to use from 0, so it is going to print from 0. What I'm going to do is what will happen if I'm going to print from 2, then as you can see here, it is going to be from instead of hello python, it is going to be start from L since for 0 is h, and for e is for 1, like in string, in list we have already seen the indexing. So it is work like this, and you need to remember it contain all it works like all of this in one line. So you need to remember that. So if I am going to write here 10, then it is going to do that from 10. As you can see, oh, and we will write here 15, so that we can actually see that from next line. As you can see, it is going to print from next line. Or 20, what will going to happen if we are going to write here 20 instead of 15, 17. As you can see, it is going to print from hello. So in first line there are 17 words. As you can see here, 5 of them are from hello. 6, 6, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 after that it is going to be slash n end. So these two are actually 17. So this is how you can make, as you can see here in one line there is 17. So after 17 it is going to print from next line. If you are going to write here 34, it is going to be from next line. It will, Python is going to take it as as in single line. So this is how you can use the pointer. Pointer is actually work. It is going to point where you want to write and where you want to from start, and this is how you can print it. So this is how you can do it. Write and append. So our next one is append and read mode, such as A plus. So let us say what these are. So the A plus mode allow both appearing and reading creating the file if it does not exist. Existing content remain unchanged, such as if A plus mode the A plus mode allow append and read mode allow both the appending and reading. It create the file if it does not exist, and if it is existing content remain unchanged, such as here we will look into this example. We will copy that and file handling. We will take sample 4 only. We will take sample 4. So let us see what this is going to do. It is going to, as you can see, it is going to take from here as whatever it's going to be. It is going to write as after that. It is not going to replace whatever inside is going to be like write and read. Append and read is going to append here, just like I have explained. And you also need to use the file.seek because just like in previous write and read mode, in append and read mode also works like same. So it is going to be, you need to use the seek. So it is going to print that. And if you can actually see that what is going to happen if we are going to write 17, it is going to skip the one line. And as you can see, it has actually added one more file handling, because every time we are going to run this code, the file handling is going to be added here, as you can see. So this is how it will work. What will going to happen if we uncomment this one? It is not going to print anything because seek is going to be at the end, so it will not going to do anything. So here is the whole file, whatever inside it. So you can do it like this. So our next one is a read binary image, read binary mode, such as RB mode, is used to read binary files such as image and video. What it will going to do, it is going to open the image JPG and RB as image JPG. It is going to read that, and it is going to be for image such as image and JPG. We will going to take that file one as gallery. We will copy this one and I'm going to paste it here. So we have taken a JPG file. So file dot file equals to open. We will write 4002676 dot jpg for the file name, and after that you need to write it in string. After that it should be RB, as you can see, RB. After that, what are we going to do is read data equals to read file dot read, and after that we are going to close the file. File dot close. So this is how you can actually going to do. So as you can see, the directory 42026 4002676.jpg is actually file not found. So instead of that, what I am going to do is just first we will rename this so that it is easy to write the name. Image 1. I will write image 1. write this as image1. So instead of writing it like this, I can write image1. So it will going to, as you can see, it has read this file. So this is how it is going to read the image, whatever you are going to want to read it. And if you want to, so this is how it is going to read. We will also going to see uh, uh, so ninth one is write binary mode. So the write binary mode is used to write binary data, such as here it will going to create the file if it does not exist, and if it is actually exists it will going to override it. Write it. So you need to remember that. And in read binary, you as you have already seen here, if the file is not found, it is going to give an error. It is not going to give. It is going to give an error, as you can see here. So it first we are going to create the file as open copy.jpg read binary, write binary. After that, as you can see, it is created the write binary, and whatever you want to actually write it, you can write here, such as file dot write. And what do you actually want to write, such as I'm going to give here data, then it is going to write it. As you can see here, one more just like image in copy, the whole image is actually been copied. So you can actually do it also like this. So as you can see it here, here this one is actually read the file data. Whatever the image is going to be in image, so it is going to read and store in data. And here as you can see, the data has been written to it in it. What will going to happen if we are not going to write any data here? As you can see here in copy, it is not going to be in anything. As you can see, it has as you can see, it has actually nothing in it, because we did not actually give any data or anything to write. So whatever is going to be contained in copy, it is going to be overridden, and whatever you are going to give content, it is going to override with that. As you can see, if you are going to give data, so now it is going to write here, as you can see here, like this. So it is the same data. So this is how you can rewrite the PDFs and photos or videos you want to do that. So you can use its extension as JPG, or another for PDF is PDF, or for Images, for images is JPG or PNP or PNB or for another you can take any example. So for 10, what the 10 is add binary mode. The add binary mode append the binary data to existing binary file. It create the file if it does not exist, and the existing data is preserved. Such as here we will going to copy this, and after that I will going to comment this one, since it we have already in copy, we have already that. So what I am going to append binary. I am going to write the data, as you can see here, append binary, although it does not actually, as you can see here in copy, it does not actually do it, because how actually working if the binary file is open in append mode. So this is how it is going to be, and if you are going to do that copy one, then you are going to, as you can see, if you are going to run it, that then it is going to create another copy one, as you can see, just like copy. If you are, even if you are going to, although it has not changes anything, because the data we want to actually write, we are actually going to take another image, which is here control. I am going to put another image in the file. Yeah, paste it default. Mm, I am a image to dot to JPG, image to JPG, so that it is easily understand. So I am going to, what I am going to write is image to JPG. What will it is going to happen if we, as you can see, the copy has only one one, but if we want to actually add in copy one, as you can see it, we cannot actually see it because it is a image, so there might be anything we are not actually seeing, such as it is not a PDF one, so because of that might be happening like this. As you can see, the copy has been so this is how the file handling, it is how the append actually works in like this. So but next is opening a file. Before reading from or writing to a file, you must open it. And Python provide the built-in open function to open a file. The Python function create a connection between your Python program and mm, you. Python program and the file, allowing you to perform operations such as reading, writing, and appending data, and open. uh, 1 minute, I need to. As if what will going to happen if no nothing. So the open function create a connection between your Python program and the files, allowing you to perform operations such as reading, writing, and appending data. So the open function opens a file and return file object, and the file object is then used to perform various file operations such as like this. So what do you need to write in open is such as like this? First it is going to read, as you can see it is going to read print or file here like this. So what we are going to do is copy this and here. So can you actually print the as you are actually wondering, can we actually print the binary each one like this? What will going to happen? As you can see, it is going to be in binary code. It is going to print that binary code. So you need to remember that it is going to print its binary form of image. So whenever so you need to remember that how this is how these are. You cannot actually print it. If you want to view, you can view it like this. There are some libraries which you can use it for seeing that. So what will is going to happen if you are going to open read sample raw file, and after that you are going to print file. As you can see here, here we will also going to uncomment this print file. After that we are going to change this one to, we will only going to take the sample one, such as simple one as sample one dot txt, and here read So what is going to happen? As you can see, it is going to print its here like this. First, I'm going to clear it so that it is easy to see for you to see. As you can see, it is going to be text IO vapor name sample1.txt mode R and encoding CP1252. So it is going to be run like this. So here the encoding is UTF-8 and here it is like that. So the file is open in read mode and Python returns the file object. Second, opening the file in write mode. Note if this is how you can open the file in write mode. In append mode, we have already seen all of that, how you can do that. So, closing a file. After completing the file operation, it is important to close the file. Python provide close method to close an opened file. Closing a file releases the system resources associated with and ensured that all the changes are saved properly. The close method close and open file. After a file is closed, you cannot perform any further operation on it until you open it again. So this is something you need to know. If you are going to, whenever you are going to open the file, you must actually close it. And when after you are going to close the file, you cannot actually perform any function in it, as you can see here in these ones. Although we can apply, you cannot actually read the file dot read because file is actually been closed, but you can actually assign that into data and you can use the data whenever you want, because the data has in data variable, the file dot read whatever the content of file is going to be, it has been assigned to the data. So it is going to be like that. What is going to be the data type? If you are wondering what is going to be the data type of data variable, so you can actually check it. Print type data. If we are going to check its type, it is going to be in bits, because the image and another's are actually not in text or any another. It is going to be in bits. So you need to remember that. If you want to. Although this is not actually, this is something that might actually come in question. What what is the data type? Its data type is and which class it belongs to. So you can actually say. And after the file is closed, you can do the further, you cannot do the further operation on unless you open it again, as we have already seen. We have seen in these examples. As you can check whether the file is open or closed using method like file dot close. What it is going to do, it is going to print the method as you can see here. I'm going to write file dot closed. Here, as you can see, it is going to run as LSED. As you can see, you can use the file dot close to check whether the file is open or closed. If it is closed, then it is going to be true. As you can see, for second one it is true, and for first one it is false since it was open. So this is how you can check whether the file is closed or not. Mhm. Uh, So why should we choose a file? It's to save data and free freeze reason, release memory and system resources, uh, prevents error and good programming. Practice make programs more readable. Use the course close method to close an open file. Always close a file after completing file operations. Closing our file save pending changes and releases system resources. Use the file closed attribute to check whether a file is closed. A closed file must be opened inside again before it is closed, before it can be used. So our next one is using the with statement. So let us see what the with statements are in file system. When working with file, it is important to close close them after completing the file operation. Instead of calling close o method manually, Python provide with statement which automatically close the file after the block of code is executed. So how the with file and using with is recommended and safer way to handle the file. So let us see what the width is. Width file width actually is that the Python actually provides that if you want to open the file, you can open it as with open file name mode as file, and you can actually write the content in it. And when this block of code you can write it, and when this block of code is going to be finished, you do not need to close the file. Close the file because after the block of code is finished, width is going to close it automatically. So this is why width is used, and width actually is more recommended because it if you forget to close it such as like that, it avoids the mistake. So using width is more recommended and safer way to handle files in Python. So let us see some another examples. I will go. So first I'm going to create. I'm going to delete this one's examples. Here also going to delete this and this. I have already given them. So here I'm going to remove that. So first we are going to create another such as with statement with statement dot py. So let us see what these are. With statement dot py are. So why do we use without with statement? You must remember to call a close manually. If an error occur, close is executed and the file may remain open. Close. So in normal form, if such as if you are going to execute a code, such as here you have executed this code, but since Python is going to be line by line, if the error is going to be here, then the file is going to be open in backend. So you cannot actually close it. You need to do another. So whenever the error occur, it might be hard for you to close it, or you need to do it again and again. So for that, for that reason, the close file actually what you can use width, because even if the error does occur, width will automatically close the file. Uh, the with statement automatically closes a file even if the error occurs. So let us see first example reading a file. So how you can actually read the file. First I'm going to create a sample one. Uh, Here I'm going to this and write it so that it will create a sample file. So since we have the sample file, let us we will do that with. So first we are going to create a file with uh, with open. So just like in open one with open sample one sample one dot txt comma with read if you want to use the read as r as file. So instead of file equals to open sample one dot read, you can write it with open sample text comma r as file. After that semicolon, and after that, as you can see, it is here. After that print, you can write here file dot file dot read. So whatever the inside the file is going to be, it is going to read that, as you can see. So this is how you can do that using read a file. Second is writing a file. You can write to a file here. You can write it like this. If you want to write a write inside a file, such as here, I'm going to do that as sample 2. So after that here slash n. After that here I'm going to write here 5. So it is going to print the 5. It is going to add here 5 times. As you can see, it is going to write it. It is going to write here in 5 times. So the text is written to the file. Python automatically close the file after with. So this is how it is. So write open notes dot text. So third is appending a file statement. If you want to append in the file, such as I want to append in sample one, sample one, in sample one, what is it? Is it is 10 time welcome to the Python code. So we will write here as learning the with statement. So as you can see, it is actually been added the learning with statement. What will is going to happen if we are going to run again? As you can see, it has been added again, and here you can see it. It is going to add it here like this. How many times we are going to run this one? So it is going to be added like that. So we will uncomment this one. So they are not going to do anything. So these are some uses of with. Uh, so uh, so our next one is reading file. So Python provides several methods to read data from a file. The most commonly used methods are read lines. So let us see what are these three. So these methods work on file object and allow you to read the content of a file in different way, such as first way is read method. We will first going to create a reading file .py. So our first method is read file. So suppose there is a sample test text sample file such as like this. We can take sample1.py or we will going to take sample2.py txt sample2.txt, so it will be easy for us to understand. So what are how are we going to read that? We will write, we can either use the open and close method, but as I have told you, with open method is more suitable and easier, so I will do that with open sample2.txt comma r. So after that, what are we going to do is data. We are going to read the data such as data equals to, we will here write as file. Data equals to file dot read. File dot read. After that, we are going to print data. So whatever the data is going to be inside the file such as sample2.txt, it is going to be read. So you can read it like that. You can use the read like this. So it will going to put the output. Second is reading a specific number of character, such as you want to read only first n character, such as I am going to write here for first one I am going to write data 1 And for second one, I am going to write here data2 equals to file dot read, and such as here first 7. So we are going to take 7. So as you can see here, we are going to take 1. After that, print data2. So we can print both of these data. As you can see, it is going to print that, and we are actually going to first like this. Yeah. So as you can see, it is not going to print anything because we also need to uncomment this one data1, because data1 is actually file.read. So here, if you only want to print here like this, such as you only want to print only few words, such as n words, so it is going to be with indexings, and it is going to take that and print it. So the n number 7 tells Python to read only for 7 characters from the file. So it is only going to read for 7 characters. So this is how read line actually work. And as I have already told you, when it's read, it is when it finish reading, such as if here it is going to take read from first 7 line, and after that, if you are going to print here program again, such as here Python data3 equals to read line, and you want to again 7 line, then it is, as you can see, it is going to be next 7 character. Here, as you can see, it is going to be next 7 character like this. It is because the Python actually print do that when executing the program. It is going to, when it is going to read, and after where it is finished, the next read is going to start from there. So for that, if you want to start from a specific position, you can use seek. And how you can use seek, we will going to see that. So our second one is read line method, such as what read line method read only one line at a time. Each call to read line reads the next line in file, such as here I'm going to this comment it, and I'm going to take this and comment. After that, print file dot read line. So what it will going to do, it is going to read the one line at a time, such as like this, and you can actually print it. It is going to print like this. Here we will going to write here 1, 2, 3 so that it is easy to understand which line is being read. 1, 2 dot 3 dot. So here, if you are going to do that, as you can see, it is going to, when you are going to print file dot read line 3 times, then it is going to read the line 1, 2, 3, so that as you can see it has read the first, second and third line. So it is going to, what the read line is going to do, it is going to read one line one by one. So you can do that like this. And so using the read line, so our next method is read all lines of files and store them in a list. Each list element represent one line. The read line method reads all line of file and store them in list, and read each line. Each list element represent one line, such as file dot read lines. Uh, Suppose there are text containing sample text containing. We will going to create a sample test. No, we do not need that. We can just take this one. And if you are going to write read lines, it is going to file dot read lines data. After that, we are going to print data. If you are going to do it like this, as you can see, every line is going to be one element. As you can see here, every line is going to be one element in the list, such as like this. It is going to convert into list, and every line is going to be one element. So it is how it is going to convert the read lines, and each line is stored in separate element in list. And all, so if we are going to print such as, if you are going to uh, do it like this, such as loop through or line. So if you are going to do it like with open sample txt r as file, line is data equals to read line, and and for L in data. After that, L, as you can see, it is going to print it like this one by one. And you can also L dot use L dot strip. So as you can see, it will not, it will going to remove the lines such as extra lines, and it is going to print like whatever the content was inside the list. So you can read it like this. You can also read the lines like this if you want to read. So these are some examples. So the difference between reading method, read lines methods are read is going to return a string value, entire file, or surface a number of character, a specific number of character, while the read lines is going to be also a string, but it is going to be one line at a time. It is going to return one line at a time. And while read lines is going to be a list, and all the lines as a all lines as a list, element of a list. So you need to remember that. So second one is writing files. So we are going to take that here. Writing files.py. Here we are going to create a new sample because we are using writing. So for first, let us see the Python allow you to write data into files using following method. First method is write and second method is write lines. So these methods are commonly used to save data, report, and logs and other information into files like this. And first method is write method. The write method writes a string to a file if the file is open is with write mode, w mode. The extending context is replaced, and if the file is open in append mode, the new context is actually added to the end of the file. So this is how the write mode are. So let us see your first example, writing to a file. If you want to write inside the file, how you can write it. So what we are going to do, we are going to uh, take it like this example. We will do that sample 3. Uh, so if you want to write, what is you welcome to the Python file handling. If you want to write it like this, what is it is going to happen, as you can see. if you are going to run this one here, as you can see, sample3.txt has been created, and the file welcome to the Python file handling it has been added to it. So if you are going to make any changes here like this, as you can see, what the write file is going to do, write file is going to replace whatever the context is inside was, and to the new context we have already seen that. So the text welcome to the Python files is written to the sample.txt if the file is already contains data. It will overwritten, and if the file is not exist, then it will create the file. So our second example is writing the multiple lines. If you want to write multiple lines like this, you can write it using /n. So it is going to be written in multiple line. So is for third example, what we are going to do, we are going to write the user input. We are going to take an input as first we are going to take an input as f equals to input. We will write enter. So for that, what for here we will going to do some things such as we are going to create a file and write the table of any element. We are going to take input num equals here. After the enter any number, and after that with open file dot read. First, we will also going to take for loop before that, such as for I in a range from 2 from 1 comma 11, so it is going to write it up to 10. After that, what are we going to do? We are going to print write file dot write. Here we are going to write any number such as here like this to f comma multiply comma I comma equals comma f into I. So After that, here we will write slash n, so every line is going to be created. And if we are going to do that, then as we want to write the table of 5. Mm, Here the input is only going to be string, so we will write f f comma uh, f into here for f I, after that equals to, then uh, f into I here over 5. As you can see here, the multiplication of 5 is being written. So after that we can also going to add slash n, so it will going to write only in one line. Hmm. 5. As you can see, it has been written. But here you can see the 5 is actually been multiplied 2 times, 3 times like that, because here it is taken as string. It is not actually taking it as value, because here we have given string. And so here if we are going to write 5, as you can see, now it is going to be a table of 5. So this is how you can write a table of or anything like this. So you can actually do the writing if you want to enter, take the from user. So our second method is write lines, and write lines method write multiple strings to file it accept as a list or any irritable of string. Write lines do not automatically add new lines. Slash n character does not so what the read line is going to do, you can actually take a list as lines equals to Python, Java, C++, with slash n. And if you are going to write open language.txt comma write as file, the file dot write lines, then each line, each character is going to be written line by line. Uh, like this, and you can actually print it. And if you are not going to add a slash and so it will not going to create in new line, it is going to be in one line only because it is going to consider as strings. So our third one is writing a tuple. So just like string, the tuple is also you can use also tuples. So here we will take one example from here. We will take this example. After that, as you can see, the language has been created and Python, Java, C++ has been added. So here it is going to work like this. So this is how it works. The read lines work. So what are the difference between read line and read write and write lines? Is write is going to only going to write one string, but write lines is going to add multiple strings such as list, tuple, and other iterative, and it is going to add both are not going to add new line automatically. You need to write the slash n and returns number of character which number of character returns, and write line does not actually return. So this is how it is. So our next one is append data. So sometime instead of replacing the existing context of file, want to add new data at the end of the file. Python provide the append mode A for this purpose. When a file open in append mode, the existing data is not deleted. The new data is actually added at the end of the file, and if the file does not exist, Python is going to create it automatically and add the data which you want to add. So this is how so let us see append mode. So append mode is used to add new context to context existing file without affecting the current contact. Uh, so here what it is going to do, we are going to open a file name. We will going to take this example such as open file name, and there is no need to that. We will just going to take this example. Append, and here we can actually give any right which we want to add. such as we will going to write welcome to the Python file handling here like this. So as you can see, here it was extra. So as you can see here, the welcome to the Python file handling has been added like this. So here it is going to do that, and if you are going to do again and again, as you can see, it is going to add again and again. I will add /n. So here you can see it has added another times and again like this. So as you can see, it has been added. So append can be used like this. If you want to append data, you can do it like that. And if you so next is creating a new file. You can create a file with X mode or the write mode. How you can actually do it, I have already told you how to create a file and how to write in it. And if you are if the file is already exist, as you have already known, it is going to give an error. The best way is to actually use the write mode, because if even if the file is exist, with the mm, it will depend whether what the condition you have. It is not that the best mode. It will actually depend from the condition. So create here you can see here a first example. First example is write a notes to comma write and file as file dot write python file handling. Then this string is going to be added in that. So just like that, these are some examples. You can look into it. So our next topic is file pointer. So let us see what these are. So first I'm going to so first what I am going to do, a file pointer is a cursor that keep track of current position while reading from or writing to file. Whether a file is open, whenever the file is open, the file pointer tells at the beginning of the file. The Python provides two useful method for working with the file pointer. such as tell and seek. So let us see our first method, such as the file. Here what we are going to do. Here, this one I'm going to do this and run this. So it is going to create sample one and this. So it will also going to create sample one also. After that, this also, so that 7 append. I am going to write it with append 5. So sample 1, 2, 3. So first I'm going to create a file pointer dot py. So as you can see, the first is tell mode return the current position of file pointer. So what actually is file pointer? Suppose you have printed here like this. You have printed print the file here. What I'm going to do it with open sample uh, 3.txt and with comma read. And what I'm going to do is data uh, data equals to file dot read line. After that, print data. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to print directly here. Print file dot read line. Here I'm going to do that 3 times. Read line. Then as you can see, what this is going to do it is going to print the read lines here like this. And I'm also going to add dot strip here like this. so it will be easy to read. Yeah. As you can see, you can tell here like this. But as you can see here in field red lines, when the first print is actually finished, when the second print actually we have done that, then it is going to be second line. And if you want to do that the third line, then pointer is going to be started from third line. So how this actually works are here works like this. First it is going to print the wherever we want, and after that if we are going to execute next in next time, then it is going to be started from here. Since uh, since it is not actually so if so it is actually work like that. So if we need to find where the actually pointer is, so if in that case we need to find the pointer, so every time it execute the code, you cannot tell where the pointer is. And if you actually want to find, such as here, you can tell using tell file dot tell. So what the tell is going to do, it is going to tell the it is going to print where the pointer is. So if you can print instead of like this, I have also tell you how to print using pointer, such as if you are going to do that like this, such as not print 38, then as you can see it is going to be print until whatever the element is up to the 38, or it is going to be not 38, 30. Here if we are going to do that, then as you can see it is going to be up to the 38. So tell is going to tell where the pointer is actually are, and where it is actually is, such as it is at 38. So this is how it is pointer is actually work. As you can see it is going to be until that. So tell is going to do the where the pointer is, so like this. And if you are not going to run any code such as here like this, then as you can see the pointer is going to be 0 because it is at the starting point. So our if we check with what the position is after reading 6 characters, such as here, what I am going to do, I am going to print the first, second, third, four, five. 6, 7, 8, 9 characters. I'm going to print first 9 character and then use the pointer. Uh, I have to uncomment this. Here, as you can see, it is going to be at 9. So so where the pointer is, it is going to give its index value. So this is how the pointer actually works. And so this is how the pointer works. Tell work. This is how the tells work. So seek. So seek is what the seek method do. It is going to move the pointer to the specific location you want, and you can give any location such as 3, 2, at the character. So such as if we are going to do seek 0, then it is going to be from start like this. I have already told you how to use the seek, and you can use the seek like this. So you can use the tell to find out where the position is, and you can use the seek to tell where to point. So this is how this work. So our next is checking file existence. Before reading, writing, and renaming or deleting a file, it is good practice to check whether the file exists. Python provides the os.pathExist function for purpose. It returns true or if the file or directory exists, and it returns false if it is does not. So you can use os.path.exist method, but you first need to import the OS module, such as here like this. You need to what you need to do is first import the OS module, and if os.path.exist, and you need to write the file name in string inside it, and if it is going to exist, then it is going to give the true, and if not, it is going to give false here like this. And if it does not exist, here it is going to do the like this. So this is how it is. So you can use the OS module for that. And if you want to rename a file, then you can also do it in using OS module dot rename. You can also use this function OS rename function in OS module, so that you can rename. For renaming, what you need to do is write like this, such as OS dot rename old name and new name both. And if you are going to do that, what it is going to do, it is going to change its name like this. As you can see, it is going to be os dot rename notes dot txt into python notes dot txt. Then it is going to change it from notes to python notes. and you can this is how you can rename it. And if the file is not going to be if the file is not exist, then it is going to raise an error. And if it is exists, then as you can see here, if the file is not exist such as like this, then it is going to raise file not found error, as it is not found in this directory, like this. So if you want to delete a file, then you can also delete it using os.remove function. You can also use the remove function of OS module, such as like this. So the file is going to be deleted completely. You can do that, and here like this. If for save file deletion, hmm, so this is the for remove function. So if you are working with directories, a directory is also called the folder. Is used to organize file on computer. The Python provides several functions in OS module to create, remove, view, manage directories. Before using those functions, import the OS module. What you need to do is import OS module. So first is OS dot mkd function is used to create the new directory folder. Is if the directory already exists, then Python is going to raise error. If not, then it is going to create a new folder, such as file. If you are going to do is dot mkd mkdir file Python files, then what the Python is going to do, it is going to create a folder named Python files in this, and if the file is not actually found, then what it is going to do, it is going to print an error. I'm going to give here example like this. And I'm going to select Python, select the kernel. Yeah. And if I'm going to run this code, as you can see, Python file has been created. And what is going to happen if I'm going to run again? As you can see, Python files is already exists, so you cannot actually create again. So you can create a folder like this, and as you can see, whatever folder you want, you using OS module like this. I'm going to delete this because it is not in my use. So if the file is, as you have already know, if it is already in this directory, then it is going to do what it is going to do. It is going to raise an error, and you need to remember that the Python is only going to do what folder you are actually working in, such as it is only going to access that the file, or it is going to create file in it or folder in it. Such as here I am in part 13. So it is going to create or access or any file, any folder inside only the folder of part 13, because where I have run the code. So it is going to work like that. Our second is os dot rmdir. What this is going to do imdir is going to remove, it's a function removing an empty directory. It cannot delete a directory that contain file or subdirectories. Mm, So what the rmdir is going to do, it is going to remove the mkd, it is going to remove the error. We are going to create a file as working with directories .py, and after that we are going to copy this so that so what this is going to do, it is going to create the directory. As you can see, the directory has been created. After that we are going to comment this so that it will not going to raise when we are going to do the another error. And second one is OSM RMTIR. So what this one is actually do, OS RMDIR. What this is going to do, as you can see, the Python files has been removed, and what it is going to do, it is going to remove whatever the here, if you can see it like this, it is going to remove the empty file which is present in it, and either it is going to remove the empty file, or if you are going to do it like this, then it is going to, although it might give error, you need to give it a name. Here I'm going to uncomment this and uncomment this, and if I'm going to do run this code, as you can see, this code, this one is actually deleted this file. So this is how it is going to do, and what will happen is going to happen if it is not found, it is going to raise an OS error, such as like this. Since this file is not exist, the OS error, file not found is actually going to raise an error. So This is how it is. So our next one is function returns the current working directory, such as here we are going to print os dot, what was that, get cw, get cwd. Then it is going to print what the work where we are working, such as here like this. We are working in this directory as C in C user. It is going to give here a direct path what the directory you are actually working in. So it is going to print here path like this. You can print its path like this. So as you can see, this path has been given. So this is the path of the folder which we are actually working in. So you can see it like this, do it like that. So our next one is os.ilist dir. So what this is going to do, it is going to the ilist function return the list of all the file and folder in the directory which is actually present. Such as here, what this is going to do, it is going to work like this. Is list dir, os list dir. So what this is going to do, as you can see, it is going to do whatever the inside this directory, whatever the files are actually present, such as example file mode mods dot py, as you can see here. After that, file pointer dot py, images or language, whatever the files are actually in present, it is going to write its name. So you can actually get it like this. So this is how you can work. You can also get from another directories, such as oh, you can write the here. If you are going to do it like this, such as I am going to write here. Here I am going to write it like this, and you need to remember while writing the directory, you need to write in raw r. So you need to remember that. Then what it will going to do, it will going to add whatever the directory inside that is. As you can see, it is going to print that. whatever the directory inside is that going to print. So it is going to do it like this. As you can see, it is going to print like that. You can also print if you are going to give its directory, then it is going to print the files or folder which are present in it. So this is how the list dir work. So these are some summary. os.mkd is actually what it is going to do. It is going to create a new directory. os.rmdir is going to remove any empty directory, and os.get cwd is what it is going to do. It is going to return the current working directory, and os.list dir going to return the list of files and folder of the directories, whether the working directory, if you are not going to give any input in it, then it is going to give the off working directory, and if you are going to give any directory, then it is going to give out of that. So our next is CVS file handling. So let us see what these are. CVS is a comma separated value file. Is a text file used to store tabular data structure as rows and column. Each value is separated by comma, and CVS files are widely used because they are simple, lightweight, and supported by many applications such as Microsoft Excel or Google Sheet or database. The extension of CVS is CSV file. CSV file, and for the example of CSV files are, as you can see, if we are going to take so we are going to create a sample one dot CSV. So as you can see, it is going to be here like this. You can give an example like this here, like here it is given. So if you are going to give an example like this, so it is going to take as here data like this, and here if you are going to look into here, you can also look into this in, if you are going to look into this in Excel, as you can see, it is going to be in column wise, as rows and column like this. So it is going to be like this. So this is what the CVS is. You can see in Microsoft Excel or any another such as Google Sheets like this. So you can see it. So these are the CVS files. So why use actually CVS files? So you can use the CVS file to store the records, or sales report or database. It is used for databases. So this is why the CVS is used. And in Python provide the built-in CBS module for working with CBS file. If you need to work with CBS file, you need to use the module as CSV files. So you need to use the module as CSV. So like this, I'm going to create CSV file.py. So if I'm going to write with open sample one dot csv comma here going to read it with r. So after that print file file dot read. Here I'm going to write as here. If we are going to look into that, then as you can see, it is going to print like this. Whatever the files are in CVS, then it is going to print that. So you can look see that like this, and using it, and you can also do that using import. Although it is going to print the whole with comma, it is not going to print in table. So for that, you need to import CSV, import CSV. After that, as you can see here, I am going to data equals to file read. After that, for I in data is for I in data print I. As you can see, although it is going to print every character like this as read, you need to use not read but reader. CVS CVS reader CS CSV reader file. Sample 1.csv. So as you can see, it is going to print like this, and you can take whatever the element here is. So it is going to print in rows such as 1 row, 2 row, like this. So you can actually do that if you want to make any changes in it like this. So these are some example, and second is writing in CSV file. So how you can write into CSV file? You can write into CSV file like this. Here, as you can see, it is going to create students. So as you can see here, it has written whatever you want to write. You can give any information you want, and it will going to write in rows. So this is how you can use write row to write in rows like this. So this is how you can do you do in CSV files. So read in CSV file or write in CSV file if you want to write. So these are some use of that. So the real world application of file handling are actually used in many systems, students, banking system or library. So wherever you want to actually handle data, so there actually file handling is used. So with that, we have finished our lecture. So let us see some question. So our first question is q1.py. Our first question is create a file name intro.txt and write your name into it. So you can do it like this. We will use both of the methods such as file equals open intro.txt. After that, comma with write. After that, f dot f dot write. whatever you want to write as. We will take an input name equals to any input such as input enter name. After that, I will write here, so whatever name you are going to give as name, so it is going to write. After that, we are going to um, file dot close. So this is how it is. First, it is going to open the file name intro, and so this is one method, and you can also use with open as file file dot write name. So you can do it like this. As you can see, it is going to create an intro dot. We need to actually give a name such as I'm going to write Rahul Sharma. Then as you can see, it has created the intro and it has written the name in it. So what the write is going to do, it is going to replace. So after closing it, this one actually going to replace the Rohit Sharma again, although you cannot see because it has replaced with itself. So this is the two methods are. You can use the write how to write the name. Our second question is question 2.py. Write and display how the content of file using message file name message.txt. So you need to open the file and print it. I'm going to use read, and here me double s a g e message. Double s a g e. Read. So we are also going to print that. Yeah. So first, what we are going to do, we are going to create message. I will use any. Yeah, yeah. As you can see, the message has been created. So here, what it will going to do, it is going to print that. As you can see, it is printed both of the time like this. So it is going to print two time because we have written here two methods. So it is going to print like this. You can use any method you want. Our third is append the text welcome to a Python to an existing file. Question thought.py. We need to actually, what we need to do, we need to append something to an existing file. Uh, what we need to append, welcome to Python. And we are going to append that in intro. In intro, as you can see, there is Rahul Sharma. So as you can see now, there is both Rahul Sharma, welcome to Python, because we have done it two times, so it is going to be in two times. We will write slash and slash n, so it is going to be in new line. As you can see here, it is going to be a new line like this. So this was our third question. So our fourth question is count the total number of lines in text file. So for that question 4.py, for that we will going to use, I'm going to write only one method. You can write the second method yourself. Open I will take message dot txt comma r because we need to read as f parent len f dot read lines here. So what will it is going to do? It is going to print there is 20 lines in message. As you can see the message here, message.txt, there is 20 line. So why is it printed 20? So what the read dot lines do, it is going to create a list which is divided by line as slash n. So every element is one line of the message. So it is going to work like this. So this is how this was the fourth question. Our next question is question 5.py. So copy the context of one text file into another text file. So you can do it like this. If you want to copy one text file to another text file, first is with open read and for second with open write. And so we will take here one sample, or we will take sample2.txt as a file, and after copying it we are going to write it in intro. As you can see here, the file dot read data equals to, we have to open here with write. You need to open with read. unsupported operation. We need to here write as you can see what was inside the sample 2 was copied into sample 2 doesn't have anything. Alright, we will take sample 3. And as you can see, the table of sample 3 has been added in intro. So this is how you can copy that. So our next question is rename file name old.txt to new.txt. Control C question 6.py question 6.py. Here we are going to old.txt. We are going to create the old.txt. After that, we are going to rename it. So how are we going to rename? We are going to use the import OS module. Import uh, import OS module OS dot mkdir mkdir make directory. No, not make directory, but rename. After that, old.txt, comma, after new dot txt. So as you can see, after running this, the old is going to be, you can see it here, or you can see it here, the old.txt. After I'm going to run this one, the old.txt actually been, as you can see, it has been changed to the new.txt. So this is how it is going to be. And what will going to happen if I'm going to run again, because the old.txt is not found, so it is not going to do the in new.txt. So this is going to happen like this. Old, and you can see it here. You can also give them content like from intro. I'm going to copy the content of intro in old. After that, you are going to change its name from old to new. As you can see, the content is there, but the name is actually changed. So, second is delete a file only if it exists. So, second is question 7.py. If first I'm going to import OS if OS dot path dot exist. I'm going to delete the old dot txt. Then after that, OS dot remove old dot txt. So if it is going to be in there, then it is going to delete that. As you can see, if I'm going to run this code, as you can see, the old has been removed from this from my directory. So this is how it is going to work. So our next is create a directory name Python project and display the current working directory. Hmm. So question 8.py. So os.mkd python projects Python projects which we need to make. So after that, print os dot get cwd. So as you can, we have not imported the os. Import os KDA. As you can see here, the Python projects has been this directory has been made, and as you can see here, it has printed which directory we are working in. I'm going to print 40 like this. Here I'm going to delete this one. As you can see, this is created, and here you can see here is my working directory. I am working in it. So here is this is how it is going to print. So our next one is display all file and folder present in current directory. Not here. Here we are going to create question 9.py. After that, how are we going to display that? First, we are going to, what we are going to do, import OS. After that, we can display using os.list.dir. I'm going to use the for loop such as for I in os.list.dir. Since list dir is going to be in list, it is a collection of name of directories. Whatever the files and folder is present in it in the current working directory. So I'm going to use a for loop so that it is going to print one by one like that. As you can see, it has printed CVS file, examples, file mode. So as you can see, it is going to be work like this here. So ninth is, yeah, so it is going to work like this. So our 10th one is read data from CVS file and display each row. Question 10.py. Do we have a CVS file here? Let us see. Um, sample one.cvs. Yes, we have. We will going to use that. So first, what we are going to do, import C CSV. After that, with open data.csv read equals to, we are going to read that how we read and print using row by row like this. Here you can see. So here it is printed like this. Name city, name a city, so it is going to print. You can add how many elements you want, for how. So these are some questions which I hope you are going to try. So these are something you need to remember how to do it, such as some summaries or main thing which you need to remember. So with that, we have finished our lecture. So I hope you all like this video. So if you like this video, then please like this video and comment on that, also how you like it, and please comment the feedback, and I hope you are going to subscribe my channel. So with that, we have finished our file handling in Python. So thank you.